documentary with Captain Lakshmi Sehgal and Dhilan Saab, and I said that's the first time after World War II that they were going back to Burma. And what was very essential for them was at the last stand of the INA. This is after the Battle of Imphal was over and they were retreating, but they, when Netaji gave them the second war cry, which was "Tum mujhe khoon do, main tumhe azadi dunga," is they decided to stand till the end. And their last stand was in a place called Mount Popa. Captain Lakshmi Sehgal was never there. Her husband, who she married after the war, I mean, this love story is also inspired partly by their love story. Captain Prem Kumar Sehgal, he was there, and Dhilan Saab was there. In fact, it was for the actions at Mount Popa that Dhilan Saab, Captain Colonel Sehgal, and Shahnawaz Khan were put on trial at the Red Fort trials. So in Mount Popa, they've been reduced to a guerrilla fighting unit, and they were operating out of a cave in the jungles. And Lakshmi Sehgal used to say, all my life I've heard about this cave at Mount Popa. And Colonel Sehgal was so obsessed by it that their house in Kanpur is called Popa. And she used to joke, she said, I was afraid that if he had a son, he'd call him Popa. Fortunately, we have a daughter and he called her Subhashini. So she said, I want to see this cave. And similarly, Dhilan Saab, because Dhilan Saab said, me and my men used to live out of that cave. It used to be a natural air raid shelter. Wahan pani tha, stream tha. And we used to always go and hide there when the air raids used to take place. So for him, it was hugely emotional also. And Colonel Sehgal had picked up a small Buddha statue from the jungle and put it inside that cave, saying that this Buddha will protect us from the enemy. So we reached there, and the backdrop to us doing that documentary was that we were getting a lot of trouble from the Burmese military government. They were trailing us, tracking us, they put us under house arrest for 14 days, taken away our cars. There was a lot of problem. And towards the end of our journey, this is where we were in Popa, and both Captain Sehgal and Colonel Dhilan just wanted to search for this cave. And we spent 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and you talk about thick Burmese tropical jungles. It was almost impossible, like finding a needle in a haystack. But they persisted. So by 5 baje उठ के निकल जाते थे jungle में, and I used to keep following them till I finally told them that I don't think it's possible to find this cave. It's impossible. After 55 years, how are you going to locate a cave? And we've got the Burmese soldiers following us. We need to get out of this place. They said, "Ek aur din do." And on the 4th day, when we were going in, they finally found the cave. And it was an unbelievable moment, just watching them go into that dark cave, and there was no light. So we ran back to the nearest village, got some matchsticks and candles, lit candles. We went deep inside the cave, and in the cave, that little Buddha statue that was lying there, it was still there, at the same place that Colonel Sehgal had put it. You can imagine what they were going through. And then they reached out, and the soldiers used, because they could not send letters home, they used to write letters and put it under the Buddha statue. And we also found this beautiful cave and used that cave as the inspiration for a scene in the series. So I just want to tell this story because it's this emotion and this sort of journey that has led to every scene in The Forgotten Army. Everything you see, I've taken from the experiences, either what I witnessed with them or what they told me. And therefore, I've always said, it is a magical, sacred moment for me.
And we will always want you to tell us